Time-pressed consumers often find it difficult to plan ahead, and that limits their ability to include beef in their meals. Shanoa French from the Beef Culinary Center joins us now to demonstrate a quick solution for thawing beef. Shanoa, it always amazes me how many people don't know what they're going to eat 30 minutes before mealtime. And gosh, if you have a freezer full of frozen hamburger, that kind of limits including hamburger in the evening meal, doesn't it?
You're absolutely right. So we know the average consumer makes that dinner decision around 4:30. And we also know that ground beef is a great freezer staple. So it's something consumers buy when they're on sale and always keep it in the freezer. So we've done some work to make it so in 4 minutes or less, you can have recipe ready. So it's not going to be cooked. It's still going to be raw. You can put it in tacos. You can put it in meatballs and still follow your normal recipe that you want to include on your favorite family meal.
So that didn't have to sit in the refrigerator all day long while you're at work?
No, yeah, 24 hours. And we know that there's a couple different thawing methods. They talk about the refrigerator, they talk about cold water baths. So this is, and then they talk about the microwave. This is just instructions on how to use your microwave. So we don't have those brown corners and the pieces. We heard some consumers, they take them off and feed them to their dogs. So you get the whole pound to use in whatever recipe you want to use at home.
Well, show us how to do it.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you two separate things real quick. We have, it's been developed for two different methods. We know that some consumers like to buy in large bulk packaging whenever it's on sale. You can do this, but what we're going to recommend is that you use a quart Ziploc bag and make sure you use a freezer one. And you can put about a pound and a quarter, depending on how big your family is, and you press it really flat. So you see how thin that profile is? This helps the thawing process, and it also helps stack real nicely in your freezer. So there's this option. We know the average consumer buys the 1 pound version of this, and it goes directly into the freezer at home. So the method was designed to do either one. So you basically take your 1 pound package, and
We've
it goes.
already cheated a little bit with this one.
Yeah, this one has had the first minute, but we'll do 1 minute on there so we can keep talking. So this is the already packaged one. If you have, and I'm just going to do a quick minute button. So every consumer knows how to hit the minute. You don't have to change the power, nothing fancy. We're going to let this go. If you've frozen your tray over wrap, we need you to take it out of its paper and out of its plastic and out of some of the other things that are in there and put it in a 1 gallon Ziploc bag. So the big freezer Ziploc bags that you would have. Put it in there and then put it on the plate in there.
Gotcha. But so, not defrost, 1 minute,
1 minute, full power. A lot of the microwaves now have an easy minute button, or just type in the 1 minute and that's all you have to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this run for a minute. And then we're going to take it out and you would flip it over and then hit the minute button again. And then the most important trick to this is that you let it rest for a minute before you do anything else on that. So, and that kind of allows the heat to redistribute. Remembering we're not cooking in here, we're thawing. So we've got 9 seconds left, and the only kind of odd step that it'll say in there is it tells you to massage or to kind of break it up. So I'm going to show you that. Normally we would let this stop and let it sit in here for another minute, just kind of to calm down.
Then pull it out.
Yeah, but you're going to take it out and you just want to break it up. And it'll be hard like this. And that's good. But what you do is after those minutes, you're going to take it out, and as you see, it's still frozen. So that would be that minute, and then it'll come out just like thawed ground beef that you would have at home.
And you put it in the skillet and you're ready to roll.
You can put it in the skillet, you can put it in a bowl, add breadcrumbs, make meatloaf, whatever, meatballs, or whatever you want to do.
So I understand you have a handy reference guide teaching folks how to thaw hamburger.
There is. So if you go to beefitswhatsfordinner.com, there's a thawing tab. There's this information plus great ground beef recipes. You also can find the video on the Beef YouTube channel.
Well, it's something that's so easy, but so many consumers don't recognize that it's that easy to take something that, like you say, is a staple and have it ready in 4 or 5 minutes, ready for an evening meal. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Of course, there's a lot more to know about beef in all of its forms. There are outstanding resources and recipes available on the website beefitswhatsfordinner.com, or you can always find video replays of our recipes on our website cattlemen2cattlemen.org.